We're back. All right. I've decided. I think we are going to do some deforestation first and foremost. Let's go ahead. Start this bad boy off. As you can see, there is a lot of trees here that need to be taken down. You know, we should have probably brought, I was going to say a flamethrower. A flamethrower does not exist. Alright. We're going in. We're doing it live. All of these trees need to go. So, we're going to chop until our heart's content, I guess. That way, we have the resources. I don't know what we'll use all of this dark oak for, to be honest with you, but I have a feeling that we will find something, we'll use it, and we'll be very, very happy about it. Maybe even in this build, I don't know. I kind of like the idea that most of the resources will come from this area. So, I kind of like that. Maybe we'll just use what we got and we'll go from there. We'll obviously add some imported things, but I think it could be kind of cool if everything had to come from this perimeter. Be interesting. Interesting challenge. Like, a perimeter is very large, right? And I would be able to regrow all my trees and, you know, stuff like that, but I wonder if I could pull it off. Achieve the vision here that I have made. And, that could be our rule. I kind of like the sound of it, honestly. I'm trying to think of anything immediate that we don't have here in the perimeter that I would need. And the only thing that I need, well, you know, we kind of could get it from the perimeter because there are squids here. The only other thing that I need that we won't have is black concrete. But technically, no, we can't really get the sand here. There's not much sand. So maybe we won't be able to do that rule then because I really want to use black concrete here. And if we don't have it, well, I don't think my vision will articulate quite the same way. So we'll have to find another thing. Obviously, it is going to be 100% symmetrical. And that is going to be really cool. We don't ever make symmetrical builds here, so it's nice to do something like that once in a while, especially on a big scale like we are doing here. It's going to take a lot of counting, a lot of patience, but if we can pull it off, it should look really, really cool. And I'm talking like Taj Mahal style cool, which I also don't think is symmetrical, but that's fine. It's going to be like asymmetric symmetry, kind of. Because the pyramid obviously is in the back middle, right? And we could do another pyramid over there, but I don't really see the reasoning for that, so well, everything outside of the pyramid, I guess, will be symmetrical. That's the way to word it, so that is actually correct. Also, Jesus, I don't know what's happening all of a sudden, but my nose is itching like freaking crazy. I stopped to have a quick peanut butter sandwich, like I ate it in like, I don't know, a minute or whatever. And now, all of a sudden, my nose is itching. It won't stop itching, and I hate it. I hate it so much. Hate it. I'd like to see if we can pull off getting at least the dark oak done for the day. I think that would be pretty good in our efforts here to get rid of all the trees and then to do all the different things, right? That would be a very strong effort in the war to rid ourselves of all of these things that are not the pyramid and that are not the landscape that we want with this. And I don't know how many trees there are, honestly. But I feel it may be a reasonable task. It is going to be a lot of freaking chopping, though. And I do want to go back for all of the saplings because I really like them, and you can use them for many little decorations. They work really well. Especially with, like, pinks, like cherry blossoms and such. I think they just look amazing. The oak I can live without, but the dark oak. And I'm guessing those will not be despawned because that is actually birch leaves. Yeah, okay. Okay, no worries. I wonder if you strip a log, if it still knows it's part of the tree and then therefore will not despawn. I wonder if that's a thing. Don't actually know, but I do wonder. Yeah, like I said, a lot of back and forth. We're going to need to collect all of these dark oak saplings because if I ever want to do something crazy, I'm going to want a lot of them, right? Not that this isn't crazy, but if I ever want to do something crazy, I'm going to need a lot. A lot of them. And I am debating on using the dark oak for the actual forest that will surround the exterior of the pyramid as well. Which means we're going to have to chop more than I anticipated, but could be okay. We might have to think of how to do a dark oak tree, though, custom. I've never made that tree. I've done spruce, I've done birch, I've done oak, I've done, like, mystical trees, I've done palm trees, I've done cherry blossom trees. I've never, ever done a dark oak tree, though. But that could be a pretty good challenge for us. Since I've never done it, we should be able to maybe piece something. Oh, God, I just realized that's going to be really awkward. I have been talking with my screen not BRIB for like 12 minutes. Okay, well, that's going to be awkward because that's getting left in. It is 100% getting left in. We've just been going over here chopping trees for that entire duration. And, yeah, whoopsie-doodle. I thought I had it under control, and turns out I did not. So, yeah, that's getting left in the episode. Oh, Lord. Why have I done this thing? It's actually one of the first times I've done that in a long time, I think. But mistakes happen, blunders happen, and it's all good. We are only human. Nothing crazy happened. I literally have just been chopping this entire time that I've been chatting and thinking that I've been on screen, but honestly was not. So, you know, is what it is. Still, every second is recorded, so every second is here. We're still here. Still are chipping away, and just to prove things, there you go. You can look in the chat. Nothing has happened. Nothing has occurred. We've just been chopping away. My bad, though. Did not know that we were actually doing that. That is completely my fault. Whoopsie-doodle. Anywho, today, a new album dropped from the only 21 Pilots. And I'm not going to lie, the first time I listened to it, I was not too happy with it. Like, I didn't like it a whole lot. But then after the second time of listening to it, like, fully, I started to add some songs to my playlist. And I was like, okay, maybe these are not all bad. And gradually, I think I've added more than half of the album now to my my repertoire, which is pretty cool. I did not expect it, honestly, but I'm okay with it, honestly. That's gonna trigger someone. It's okay though. Should we bring the bed with us? Probably, right? We're also gonna need a lot more food. A lot more everything here. Alright. Let's get rid of this tree. Hello? Where are your other logs? Where are your other logs? Hello? Ah, there you are. There's a log. There's a log. Might there be one this way, sir? It does appear that there are, in fact, logs up here. Alright, let's chop all of that down. Get rid of this nasty oak tree. Oh. Where did that go? We don't want to miss a log here at the bottom of our pyramid. That'd be a little awkward. Okay, I think we got all of them from that one. Let's go ahead and chop down all of this. We'll punch this out, because otherwise it will never despawn. I just want to see a clear-cut vision of what we're working with here. So every area should be clean, clear, and proactive. And that's nice. No, literally just get rid of it. Okay, this is all mushy blocks. That's not gonna despawn, is it? Maybe it will. No sign of log, though. And I don't know if any of this will despawn, because it is connected to logs still, so. That makes me think you can actually replace logs in a tree with a different log, and then it won't despawn. Interesting. I did not know that that was in the cards. Did not know. Did not realize. I don't even know, honestly. I just know that it is what it is and what it is not. And as you can see, this is going to be a very large, grindy project. We are going to be working on this a lot, but not all at the same time. If you know me, you know that I like to bounce back and forth between projects a lot. And if I am taking on something of this size, I really do not want to commit to it 100%. So I really hope that people keep their channel reward redemptions coming. Allow me to build on the island. Choose a different project for me, you know. Use all of these things to help me continue this journey, but in a way that's not going to burn myself out, right? And obviously, if someone redeems it for me to work here, then we're going to work here. But I also don't want to lose any kind of potential for, like, joy or anything like that. So the more randomness, the better, honestly. Like, okay, go work on this. Okay, we're going to redeem this. Okay, you know, like, just keep ping-ponging me around. It would be much appreciated if we can sidetrack ourselves in some fashion. Would be very, very nice. So, we've already built quite a few islands, and all of them I really have come to love. I think they look really cool. And it's just a really neat build, honestly. And eventually what we're going to do is incorporate it into our Guardian farm. And I've already thought about how we're going to do that. It should be pretty cool. A lot of work, but pretty cool. Once we get it going, obviously. Right now, we're just building islands. Eventually, though, it will be its own build. When we will have enough islands there that it will just become its own build. We'll just do what we need to do. We'll be good. I think, I don't know what I'm going to cap it at. I feel like 50 islands, give or take, is a good number to cap it at. But we are long away from that. So, until then... Maybe I'll put that in there. Like, total 50 islands. Maybe I'll just add that to the description of all of those things. That should be helpful. Maybe create like a sense of urgency. Like, ooh, I need islands. I am the one with the most islands, you know, and maybe they want to compete or, you know, whatever. I do think it is cool, though. Everyone can have as many islands as they want. I don't care. Doesn't really affect me at all because I really enjoy making them, and I feel like I've improved significantly. With each one, we've done something weird and creative, but also something very nice and aesthetically pleasing, which I am super duper happy about. Okay. Let's do that. All of this. We're just about to get to the point where we need to cross the river, and then that's where the challenge really will tick in. It doesn't look like a lot of dark oak trees when you're just staring across the river. But when you start chopping each individual one, that's when you know if it is a lot or a little. That's how you know. Either that, or if we're filling up shulker boxes of dark oak wood, you'd probably get a hint of like, yeah, that's a bit up there, right? That's a little bit. But I actually am not even sure if we will fill a full dark oak chest up there with all of these trees. We may not even fill up one for the jungle logs as well, so we'll see. We'll definitely see on that. Teleo. A lot of caves down here. That's actually going to be really beneficial for us, because the more caves there are, except for underwater caves, the easier it will be to dig a large chunk of this down. And remember, we are going to need to dig out roughly 20 blocks or so of this entire perimeter before we're able to start blasting. Before we can make ourselves some TNT duping monstrosities to blast the world away. Hi, sheep. Goodbye, sheep. We're going to need to dig it down about 20-ish blocks, which... 257 by 257 is a large. It's very large. I don't know exactly how many blocks per layer, but a lot, I'm sure. I could probably do the math, but I just really have zero interest in doing it right this second. But digging down 20 layers is it's gonna be rough. It's a large, very large number, and so we're gonna get a lot of dirt, a lot of stone, a lot of coal, hopefully. Sure, I'll take iron, I'll take the copper for sure. Not any diamonds, because, we are gonna blast away the rest of the world, but 20 blocks should be sufficient that we are not going to hurt any of our upstairs things that are going on. Like, it's not going to hurt the mob farm. It's not going to hurt the pyramid itself. It's not going to hurt anything that we've got going on up here. So we're going to do that in that way just because I want to play it safe. And I do want some resources without the fear of death, right? So... I think that'll be well worth it in our wheelhouse here. Okay. So we're just about to the end of this side of the river. We could build a temporary squid farm here. We could. I don't really feel like it, but we definitely could. Just to try to get any of those, the ink sacs so that we can make a lot of dark prismarine. Dark prismarine and dark concrete. Black concrete. We're going to need a lot of both of those too. So we are going to need a lot of Squidward ink at some point. But I'm hoping that our tiny little squid farm over there in the Isles of Scalos will hopefully produce. If it doesn't, we're kind of screwed, but I hope it does. Really hope that it does. But yeah, I would like to know a couple things from this episode. Love to know if you've listened to the new 21 Pilots album for sure, first and foremost. And if you have listened to it, I want to know what your favorite song is, and did you like the album as a whole? It's not often that a band that I enjoy releases a new album, so sometimes I am a little bit hypercritical on it, and that's a thing, but I'm not sure if I really enjoy this album as much as the last one, or if I am just kind of a fan of their music in general. It's really what it comes down to. But I know that it took me a few listens before I enjoyed it. There was like one song that I added to my playlist right away. But everything else, no. Eventually it got added, most of them, but some of them are just bad. And also, it kind of disappointed me that there is no song name in there named Clancy, named the same thing as the album. I feel like that is very uncommon. Most people, places that produce an album, the name of the album is usually a song inside the album. Not always, but a lot of times I feel like that is in fact the case. To have it not be that way, interesting. Very, very interesting. Like it's not a requirement, obviously, but it makes me want to know who or what Clancy is. Is it a street? Is it a person? Is it something else entirely? I don't know. Makes me want to know all of these things, of which I have zero answers for any of them. But either way, I'm pretty stoked about them releasing something new. I will say their last one was my all-time favorite album. Like even before the Stressed Out album and stuff like that, I still like the second newest album as my favorite. Mulberry Street is just so good. Shy Away, so good. Like there's so many songs on there that I just really liked instantly. And here I don't feel like that's quite the case. Oh, why are we chopping outside? We're just randomly taking out trees here on the outside. It's fine. We will have to take out some of those, so it doesn't really matter. And anything like this, we're going to have to take out for sure. The question then becomes, do we keep all of this on a low level? I don't know. That could be kind of cool if the pyramid is just the highest thing there is, and then you can kind of see how symmetrical it actually will be. Like, I want to do like gardens, and I want to do all sorts of things that are all going to have to be symmetrical. The issue with that, though, building something on a scale of this and doing terraforming is difficult when you do it symmetrical. Because I just kind of place blocks. Whenever I'm terraforming, I just kind of place blocks and make it however I feel like needs to be in that specific moment. So to make a carbon copy of something that is organic is going to be very, very difficult for me. Almost makes me want to install Schematica just so that we can make it perfect. Like, we can just rotate it and make it exactly what it needs to be. But I think we'll try and do it without it first. If it gets too much of a task, too arduous, then I think maybe we'll download Schematica and we'll build one of the things in our world here, and then we'll create a schematic of that, and then we'll use it to like map out the other one so we can make it exactly the same. Hopefully not, but there is definitely a chance that we will need to do that, because especially with what I have planned, it's going to be so freaking hard. You have no idea. So hard to make it correct. Got our first chest here, our first box. Pretty good. I probably should be saving these mushroom blocks as well, but I don't want to. I do not want to. Okay. Nice and easy, little by little, one tree at a time here. There's a lot, though. Take a look from above, see how we're doing. It's actually, inside the lines, it's actually not as even bad. It's not as bad as I thought it was. I thought this was like a couple hundred trees, to be honest with you. And I don't think that's the case any longer. So, this actually seems pretty reasonable then. I think we chose a really good spot to have our perimeter. Not a whole lot of trees, just a lot of terraforming that we have to do. And if you guys can think of a rule for this base, please do not hesitate to ask. All of our other bases have some kind of rule, some kind of theme that we follow. And it just makes it really, really nice because it challenges me and forces me to do things in a very different way than I'm used to doing things. For example, in our fairy warrior encampment, all the blocks that we had were chosen by the viewers. I was able to add a couple blocks, but all the blocks chosen by the viewers, the palette is as well, the palette chosen by the viewers. So we're sticking to that. I'm only allowed to texture the ground over there. So that means we're going to have to do ornate details on a lot of the builds to make them pop, because we're not able to do any kind of texturing for them. And then I also wanted the villagers to be 100% safe in there, which means they have to be able to be free and run around, which they're currently not able to do. But in time, we hope that that will in fact change, so that would be very nice. And last but not least is there are no torches to be seen there. You can have torches hidden under lights and lamps and stuff like that, but you're not allowed to have torches of any kind. I hate seeing those. That's a rule that I have for every build, honestly, but oh, I forgot the main one. Duh. And with all of those rules combined, we are also not allowed any nature in that build. That means we are not allowed to have any trees, any bushes, any vines, any flowers, anything that can be construed as nature, we are not allowed to have in that build at all. Which, let me tell you, has been very freaking challenging for me. It's been challenging because in almost every single build, up until this point actually, every build I have ever done, if you need some filler, what do? You add some bushes, you add a tree, you add nature, okay? This is going to be a very man-made structure, and the fairy warriors do not have any trees. There are none. There are no crops. There are no trees. There are no bushes. It's going to be very difficult to decorate it in the way that I would like to because we are unable to do any of those things. And like I said, I enjoy it because that gives me a little bit of a challenge, a method to the madness, if you will. And it's something that I've never, ever done in Minecraft before. But by having all of these little rules, I think, honestly, it makes me, one, a better builder. Two, it allows my creativity to flow. And three, I believe it is just more entertaining content. If you're following rules and trying your damnedest to give your all and make something great and amazing within the confines of these restrictions, I think that is huge. And maybe I'm wrong, but for entertaining values, I think it is very much up there. That way you can see my thought process, Jesus. You can see my thought process, and you can see how to become a better builder in your own right. Not by copying, but by seeing what other people are doing and then challenging yourself to do something you didn't think that you could do. And that's exactly what we're doing here. I was unsure that I could pull it off at first. I really, really was. I was looking at it, and I was like, oh man, a tree would go great here. Some bushes would be amazing here. I would love a little, like, garden right here. And, you know, I still am thinking those things. However, I really like the challenge. It's going to bring my creativity up a notch because we're going to have to rise to that challenge. And if we can't, guess what? The base is going to look bad. So we're going to have to think of crazy details that we would never, ever add before. And we're going to have to make those so prevalent, so prominent, that we don't need bushes. We don't need trees. We don't need some lush gardens as much as I would love to have them. We don't need it. We're going to make it look real, real good. For those of you who didn't know as well or don't know, every single episode that I do is live streamed and or recorded. Sometimes, most of the time, both. But every single second, every single mishap, every single curse word because a creeper scared the hell out of me, every log, every dirt placement, everything, 100% for at least this series is raw, unedited. And this has been an ongoing experiment for very close to a year now. I've been posting daily, just about for a year now. And the goal has always been, I want this series to be raw and unedited. We're going to do it as a big test balloon and hope that, hope that I'm enjoying it, I guess, and then hope that others would come to enjoy it as well. I've found in watching Minecraft videos for as long as I have and in playing Minecraft for as long as I have, although I really do love seeing the end results of projects, I also, most of the time, watch them for their personality and not really so much for the content of playing Minecraft. I like their goofy shenanigans. I like their mishaps. I like hearing their stories in the background. I don't really watch for the gameplay. And I'm kind of wondering if a lot of other people are like that in the same regard. Are they there for the specific Minecraft gameplay, or are they there for the personality? Are they there for both? Are they there for stories and ramblings and swearings and jumps and like what are they there for? And I don't have any idea, because it's such a unique and personal thing for every single person that there's no way of really knowing. Every person's going to want to watch Minecraft for something different. Some are going to want to watch an adventurer. Some are going to want to watch a redstoner, a builder. Some like to see how bad people are at building. Some like to watch bed wars. Some likes to watch competitions. Like, there's so many things in Minecraft that you can do. And I feel that most people watch for a very different reason. So I would love to know that as well. I know this has been a long one if you made it through it, but I'd like to know. I really would like to know the answers of all of these questions, and more, obviously, but these questions to start with, and good lord. There's a lot more of this forest left. So we are... I was thinking we can bust it out. I don't know. Let's just keep going. We'll bust it out as much as we can. Axe is starting to dwindle just a little bit, but it's okay. We are close to our one and only farm in this world, after all. I don't know. But, yeah, I would really love to hear your thoughts on that. Like, genuinely, that's how I watch and receive Minecraft. I'm not really necessarily watching the Minecraft behind it as much as I am for their shenanigans and their voices and their commentary. Whereas, like, to me, Minecraft is like a nice little bonus as well. Every now and again, I'll tune in and I'll be like, oh yeah, what are they building? Kind of thing. But for the most part, I am just listening. And sometimes I like look over and I'll get an idea and it's great, but it's not what we're going for. Not gonna lie, that was a really, really long-winded thought there. That's okay. Sometimes that happens. We do that. We go on rants. It happens. But I really think that what we have built here in this last year, although not very large, and probably will never be large, to be completely honest, very cool. I'm surprised that anyone has watched the episodes. I really, really am. Like, you know, granted, you could pop in at any episode and just watch for a single episode and be like, oh, what has he done thus far, you know? And I'm sure very soon we'll do a live, like, world tour, just so, like, you can get caught up, you can get into the thick of it. And I think that would be really, really nice. But, obviously, at this moment, I don't have anything completely done. Not the perimeter, not the Fairy Warrior encampment, not the Isles of Scalos, not the End Project, not the Guardian Farm, nothing. I don't have a single thing completed, and that has always been the issue with a world tour as well. Because with a world tour, you are specifically doing it so that people who have not watched your series can come in and look and see what you've accomplished, what you've done. And then based on what you've done, that also grows your viewership as well. Grows if people like it, what they like about it, yada yada. Grows everything. But I don't know when I should do it. Like, should I wait until I finish a single project? Should we try our asses off to finish a single project first? I don't know. I do not know. All I know is I'm having a good time. Why do you always get notifications an hour late? I don't know, man. I don't know. You missed so much. I'm sorry. You didn't miss that much, honestly. We moved all of our storage from down on the ground up to the top of our creeper farm. And we started chopping down this large section of tree. That's about it. That's all we've really accomplished in an hour and a half. But we have taken on the full perimeter, Foxy. So it's going to be a lot of grind coming at it. We're gonna fire away and hope that we can get it done in some kind of efficient manner, because it's gonna take a while, but who knows? It's really anyone's guess as to which of my, like, 6 projects I will finish first. It really, really is up in the air. So I really need, like, people to suggest things. Like, if they have a project they want me to finish, they really need to, like, get me to use that project. Use their points, send me over to that project. Whichever one, right? Like, I don't have the discipline on my own to sit there and finish a project otherwise. So, you guys are going to have to keep me honest and keep me going back to the same projects, and then not allow me to start any new projects based on this. Like, we already have literally 6 projects going right now. We're only like 700 days in. Not even yet. We're approaching 700 days in. And yeah, we don't have a single finished project at all. We have like half a finished project. But yeah, nothing finished yet. And I fear, well, not fear. I know me in general, and I am really, really, really bad with completing projects. So it is up to you guys to keep me going on whichever project you feel needs to be finished first. It really is. Not to put that level of burden on you, but I assure you it is. It is on that level. I think in my entire duration of playing Minecraft, 15 years, I think I have finished 1 project. The Isles of Scalos have been not worked on in a little while. They have not been worked on in a little while. The Guardian project hasn't been worked on. The End project hasn't been started, but it is in the repertoire. The Pyramid project / Perimeter project is currently underway. Fairy Warrior encampment's like 50% done. I think that's all the projects that we have, right? So 5. We have 5 projects. Out of which, though, none of those are completed. Yeah. Isles just sounds better than islands, I feel. Might be a me thing, but it sounds better than islands. It gives it like a mystique to it that you don't normally have. But yeah, no, we get distracted a lot. Literally, I've finished 1 project in 15 years of playing Minecraft, so yeah. Ooh. That probably bothers the crap out of people too. Like, when are you gonna finish the wall you started? Yeah. We spent like 38 hours over the course of like 3 days placing slabs for a wall that we didn't finish. You know, that's how we go. That's how we do it. That's how we do it. Oh, yeah, that's really bad, actually. Now that I like say it and admit it out loud, it's really, really bad that we have not finished. We've only finished one project in 15 years. I think that's really bad. It's got to be some kind of record, but that's pretty damn bad. I think if I was able to do things on a smaller scale, we'd be able to finish things no problem. But because I only do things that are stupid large, finishing things is very difficult. And I don't understand how people are able to just be like, all right, I'm working on this project no matter how big it is, start to finish, no matter what, period. Here we go. It's like, how though? How are you? How do you have the willpower for that? Like, how do you resist the urge of starting new projects? It's because they do smaller builds for the most part, but yeah, no, and I am the exact same way, and I think that's why I get along with both of them so well. I am the exact same way, but at least with me, you can force me to work on a project with channel reward points. So there is a chance that you could get me to finish things. If you have enough points, you could basically, you know, have us working on the same project for many days, and we may finish it. May finish it. You never know. But I also have a lot of other things that I would love for people to redeem, so it's hard. It's a toss-up because, like, as much as I want them to choose which project we work on for that day, you know, sometimes it's nice to just be able to like chop some wood, to get the perimeter going, to dig a few layers, you know. Hell, maybe next time I'll go build a tower. I don't know. Figure it out. I'm sure it drives people insane, actually. Ooh, hello. Yep. No, I'm sure it drives people crazy. Looks like we're out of dark. Oh, no, we got one more dark oak here and a few over there. And then it looks like we have all the dark oak under control, at least within the perimeter. The outskirts we'll still have to do, but that is not too many trees. We'll end up having to chop like 2-ish layers out from the edge of the perimeter, and that's where we can put our hard edges, basically. I would love to put our forest around it so that we know, hey, you are not allowed to make this project any bigger than right freaking here. Here is your boundary. Do not pass this. Do not cross go. You know? Even though it is outside of the perimeter, I'm going to need it for the build, or else it's just going to look like poop. So, yeah. And, of course, there's underwater caves right here. That's so exciting. I'm so happy to drain that. Oh, it's going to be amazing. I can see it now. Draining that is going to take forever. I think we should probably flamify the big oak trees. I don't want to deal with them. I don't want to deal with you big oak trees. Is that it? That's all of those. Alright, let's go over here. Let's chop the rest of the dark oak down just so it feels like we've made significant progress. If there's no dark oak, then, you know, we're in business. And we may have to do some burninating of the oak trees, because I am not going to cut them down, honestly. They're such a pain in the ass to cut down, because you can't just, like, pillar up like this, that I am not doing it. I am just going to burn those trees down. We'll cut down the small ones, but I'm not doing it. We are getting a good amount of wood, though, so that is always nice. I'm sure we'll use it for something. What, I don't know, but I know that it's just nice to have a surplus of some of these things that take a long time to get. We did some math, and we found out that in order to get all the way up the pyramid with the birch logs, we need 26,000 birch logs to get all the way to the very top. So 26,000 is not too bad. Granted, it will take us probably longer to chop that than it will to place it, but yeah, you know, what can you do? What can you freaking do? Only 26,000 blocks, easy. Nothing. Nothing. I mean, that's just the first layer, granted, but still, 26,000. Come on. We then have to cover parts of the pyramid with black concrete, extended 1 block diagonally. But, you know, it's okay. I do need, before we set this thing on fire here, we probably need to break out some of these leaves just so it doesn't pass go, it doesn't get over to our pyramid wall, because it'd be real sad if it caught on fire. Which obviously has potential to do so because it is wood, and I have just thought about that. Just thought about it. But it's okay. We'll make it through. How was your day, though, today, Foxy? How you doing? You doing all right? Oh, I guess it's time to do the sleeping thing. Maybe that pig will live in this perimeter. I don't know. If he happens to stay inside while we're digging, there's a chance that he lives. There's a chance that he gets TNT dropped on him as well, but there's a chance, a small one, that he lives. I think I'll do like roulette with all the animals as well. If they happen to make it, then they happen to make it. Not, so sorry. Goodbye. It is going to be a long time, though, before we reach the bottom, I guess. So, yeah. All right. All dark oak, I think, is now gone. That is pretty nice. Got a wee bit of dirt. Let's go ahead and get rid of this ugly cobblestone structure. Come on, there we go. Beautiful. It's just one less thing we have to take down, honestly. Let's get our flint and steel, and we're gonna maybe our hoe, and we'll get those taken care of right quick. Okay, let's see what we got mainly here. We got dark oak. We might be able to fill a single chest of dark oak. That'd be pretty cool. Birch. This one is all of our saplings and mushrooms. This one is sticks. This one's dirt. This one's cobble. We also need to go and refurbish all of our carrots as well. They seem to be out. Oh, look at that. our first double chest of oak, or of dark oak. That is nice. Like, granted, it's only like 2,000 or so blocks, but that is nice. Love it when the plan comes together. Birch, oak, dirt. Okay, let's eat our carrot. Let's fly back and get ourselves some more. And we are gonna take the express. Oh, let's get some gunpowder as well. We only have 32 left. Oh, and we did produce another stack in that time. Let's freaking go. We want to come back here, I guess. If we get through the end, we want to come back through there. Even though we have to just fly. Alright, back into the nether. We're going to go and visit our fairy warrior encampment. Because we need to trade with those lovely villagers. We need to expand that too. Trade with those lovely villagers. Oh, and the nether project. I forgot about the nether project. All of these projects. So many projects. Hello, chicken. Welcome. For those of you who do not know, this is our fairy warrior encampment. This is what we got going on, and so far so good. And almost everything has oxidized, which is huge, actually. Super huge. But looking good, and I'm pretty stoked about that. Do we have emeralds? Do we need to get ourselves some emeralds? We don't really have emeralds. Well, while I'm here, I guess we'll just repair our axe quick. We're going to turn the note block down, because that will drive me absolutely bonkers. So let's just trade some strings so we can get some emeralds so that we can get our golden carrots in that order. And since we're here, we might as well just use it to repair our axe at the very least. And then we don't have to go to the end too. So easy. Nice and easy. I don't like to use all the emeralds that I have, because then I just feel like I have none and I have to trade for them anyway. So whenever I'm here, I like to do a little bit of trading surplus, and that allows us to keep our emerald stock nice and up instead of weighing it down significantly. So very nice. 2 birds, 1 stone. 2 stones, 3 birds. Right, we got all there. And, oh, look, that is already fully repaired. Very nice. I guess we'll repair the shovel now. And I guess we'll repair the pick as well. No reason not to. It also repaired our elytra, so we're in business. We're good to go. Let's get, I don't know, 4 stacks of emeralds here, because we're going to use about a stack of them. 4 stacks seems to be an okay number. The carrots are not cheap, man. Oh, he refreshed during the middle of that. Very nice. Let's get rid of all the rest of the string, I suppose. Little bit of XP never hurt nobody, and we could probably make ourselves a couple extra. Farmer Brown, you. Give me your carrots. We're only up to 44. I need you to refresh, please. If you could refresh and give me more carrots, I would be very appreciative. Yes? No? No. Well, we're going to have to be stuck on 44 carrots for a minute then because we don't have... Oh, wait. Aha! I knew it. There we go. So... I mean, that's decent. We got a little bit more than we had. We gained all of our experience back, and we were able to get a little bit of a reserve going. All very nice things. Beautiful. Let's turn our block sound back up so that we don't have to worry about it. And what else did we need here? We needed something to do something. What was it? Think. We came here to get oh, we need sugarcane. Duh. Do we have... Is that our last bit of sugarcane? Ooh, it is our last bit of sugarcane. We're going to need to plant some of that over in our new area. Just so we have it. Hi, kitty. All the birch logs. Did we use all of our birch logs as well? I know. Distraction. Distracted. There's a few birch logs here, but we're still going to need 26,000, so it's not really, you know, whatever. All right. What are we doing? Let's go see if we had any sugarcane planted over here. Because I feel like we did, but maybe I'm cozy. I'm crazy. Is it not over here? Interesting. Well, I guess we'll start with 17 sugarcane over there then, and we'll build from that with time. Build with that with time. Hello, turtle. Welcome. Welcome. Willkommen. Welcome. Away we go. We got ourselves some food. Not bad. Not bad at all. Please tell me I didn't look at that lad. I don't think I looked at him. I don't know how you guys got here, though. To be real with you, I'm not sure how you guys got here. Alright, so where should we plant? We should probably plant over here. I feel like this is the area we're going to be in the most at this moment, so let's go ahead and just plant us a little tiny bit of the cane. And one more. There we go. Okay. Got ourselves some rocketry, though. Got ourselves some food. We're ready to go. Paper, rockets. Look at that. Look how that looks. It's just so, like, crisp. Like, obviously, there's still jungle trees there, but for the most part, very crisp. I like it. Let's go ahead and sleep. Very nice. Very, very nice. All right. We are actually going to call it here today, though. I am very hungry. We've been going about 2 hours. Not very long, I know, but we made progress. That's all that matters. Next will be the jungle, and that will be a real pain. So, thanks so much for watching, guys, and until next time, ciao.